Did they nerf Immo? First reactions live right now. All right, let's do it. First reactions right now. Okay, let's see. Torbjorn. The overload change allows Torbjorn to over a bit more aggressively instead of purely saving for defense. It's not used for defense right now. When combined with the rivet gun change, Torb will be able to dish out more damage. Or cooldown reduced. They buffed Torb and they reduced ammo consumption. Okay, so they want Torb to be able to run in and shotgun more. That's actually really fucking good. Torbjorn, that is a really, really good buff. Torb is like, that's actually solid as fuck. This is going to take a lot away from Hanzo's pick rate, I think. We'll see. Mccree, Deadeye change allows its faster. Okay, hold on. Initial slower damage ramping speed from 8.8 to 0.5. Combat roll can now be used in the air. Why are we doing this shit? All right, this is dumb. This is a huge Doomfist nerf, again, as if the hero's not already dog shit. So yeah, all you Doom players, this is the nail in the coffin for Doomfist. This is just the nail in the coffin. Like, it's over. It's over. Like, do not even talk to, like, that. This right here makes Doom unpickable. So literally just stop picking Doom. I'm not sure what this means. Basically, he ramps damage faster. So yeah. They're trying to find Mccree's win rate to go up. They barely did anything. Holy shit. Moira, Biodor slowed speed when target's been reduced from 25% to 15% of normal. Okay, so they're making the Moira buff as well. Junkrat. Whoa! Holy shit. Okay, so they made his impact go from 40 to 90, really rewarding your damage and the explosion. So they're really rewarding Junkrat for directs. This might be a huge buff against double shield. There's fall off to the impact, reduced by 20%, 18. Knockback amount reduced slightly. So they're making Junkrat more damage oriented. This makes Junkrat better against double shield for sure. Like, because everything's going to be an impact, so Junkrat's really, really good for shield break. But here's the problem, right? Who this really hurts is Reinhardt. Like, again, this is more of Blizzard not understanding the problems of double shield and what's the problem is. The problem with double shield has never been the barriers themselves. Maybe you could have an argument for that first patch when Roll Q came out with Sigma, how he had 1200 shield and Orisa had 900 and it was just fucking unbreakable. That one I could understand. But even then, it wouldn't be problematic if the sustain abilities in the game were not so overtuned and overpowered. Fortify, you can't headshot her. Sigma has grasp. These heroes have 100% uptime, right? So, you know, BAP Immortality Field shouldn't be in the game. Brigitte, right? Like, it's the sustain of the game and how it functions that makes those other things broken that they just never seem to address. I'm not sure why Jeff Goodman does not want to address these things, but again, this is the same dev team that tried to make Moira fade a whole team. This is the same dev team that when Goats was dominant, instead of nerfing Braid, they tried to buff Reaper it and destroy low-level play. Like, they don't seem to have that fundamental understanding of what the big problems are with these super, super unfun comps that no one in their right mind wants to ever see. And so, you know, on paper, these are good things, but I just wish they would directly attack the issues rather than actually beating around the bush and buffing all the damage heroes again, because now we're just stuck in the same cycle where they refuse to nerf supports and tank sustain of very specific characters. So then Blizzard then buffs the damage characters to try to break those comps, but that just puts heroes like Reinhardt and Zarya way farther down in the viability chain because they've just buffed their counterparts to where those heroes don't have a chance of fair play just to try to contend with the other broken heroes. So because they just refuse to nerf what's broken about these other characters. So we'll see, guys. I still think the meta is going to be pretty open in the air. I think this is a major nail in the coffin for Doomfist. I don't think you should ever play him at all. The role for Krieg, it's just going to destroy Doom. Torbjorn, I think this is going to be really, really good for Torb. I think Torb is a big sleeper pick right now, and that overload cooldown is going to definitely help him quite a bit. Moira, this is actually a pretty big buff unless they run D.Va. Like, if it's like if there's not a D.Va on the team to eat the orbs, this actually will allow the orbs to be much more impactful because they stay in the area of where your teammates are much longer. So I think that's pretty good. And I actually do like this Junkrat change for the most part. I think that this rewards his aim a little bit more, makes him a little bit less RNG. So you can actually hit the launchers and hit the frags. You can get a lot of value. So I think this actually is pretty interesting. This is definitely an interesting change. Does it make it to live? I'm really, truthfully, not sure. I am very, look, I'm not even disappointed anymore. We know that Jeff Goodman and Josh No and these guys refuse to touch Immortality Field. They refuse to touch Double Shield because they don't fundamentally understand what the problem is with it. And so I'm not even expecting them to change it anymore. It's a sad reality of Overwatch because today this patch marks the 1 year anniversary from when they got the game to the best spot they ever had. Since, in roll queue, since, even the OG days where, you had a very healthy balance of characters. Everyone was back grinding the game. All the streamers were telling them how great the game was. Pro players, I've never seen anything like it, right? Like, I'd never seen so many old content creators. Seagull came in, Kabaji chimed in, DeFran chimed in. Literally everyone was talking about how good Overwatch was. About a year ago today, Seagull had his new State of Overwatch video and everything. And then the first thing that Jeff Goodman and Josh No do, the first thing that whoever it is that's in charge of balance does is buff Brigitte, buff Baptiste, buff May, slight nerf Widow, buff Sim. And then after that, it has just been downhill yet again ever since. And, it's unfortunate. They nerf Zarya, but they won't nerf Orisa Sig. It's pretty crazy, man. But, so hopefully we can see some big changes here. It's just a bunch of unimpactful, just generally unimpactful changes that don't address anything with the core issues of the game. So I don't know what we expect from their balancing at this point. But we're going to play the game. Just take what we can get, even if it's little scraps off the dinner table. Hey, Johnny, they buffed J-Still.